Hello students, welcome to Btech360. If you are a girl and want to pursue BTech, this is a must-watch video for you. I'll tell you about a story about Pandit Hiralal Shastri and Srimati Ratan Shastri, who lost their very young daughter Shantabai. They were completely devastated. What did they do? They established a Shantabai Shiksha Kutir, which essentially was meant to ensure that girls are empowered in terms of education. They started off as a school way back in 1935, much before independence. And then this particular Shiksha Kutir morphed into a large deemed university which is now called Banasthali Vidyapith at this point in time. Both the parents were freedom fighters.
काफी स्टूडेंट्स टॉप कॉलेजेस लूज कर देते हैं गलत काउंसलिंग रीजन की वजह से, लेकिन ये मिस्टेक आप अवॉइड कर सकते हो क्योंकि इंडिया के बेस्ट जेई और नीट काउंसलर्स आ रहे हैं आपकी सिटी में। तो यहाँ मिलेगा आपको एक्सपर्ट गाइडेंस कॉलेज, ब्रांच एंड एडमिशन पर, और सीट्स होने वाली है लिमिटेड, तो अभी के अभी आप जाकर रजिस्टर कर सकते हो।
Both the parents were freedom fighters. Pandit Hiralal Shastri and Srimati Ratan Shastri were freedom fighters. And what they felt is the right tribute for their daughter, is to establish a school to empower girl child in the country. And that's how emerged Banasthali Vidyapith for women in Rajasthan. There are very few women-only universities in this country, and this is right up there. And the most important thing that you must know about this university is, while it's created for empowerment of women, the kind of placements and salaries that this institute gathers and gets is right up there. It competes with the best colleges in the country around the board, despite the fact that it's only women only. And I'll show you through data of how you can get into this college, what kind of courses are offered to the college, and if you're a girl and wanting to do BTech, this would be a must-watch video for you. The institution, as I told you, started in 1935, much before independence. It's a private institution. The NIRF ranking for this is 71st best engineering college in the country. This is despite the fact that you have IITs, NITs, IIITs, GFTIs, you name them, it is 71st best in the country. Right? It's spread over 850 acres of land. 3,465 students study there. 100% female, because it's a women-only university. And 86% students come from outside the state of Rajasthan. So, though it's there in Rajasthan, a lot of students who come are from outside Rajasthan. Right? And about 229 students also come from outside the country, which means they come from outside of India to study at Banasthali Vidyapith. Total faculty is 312, which means we're dealing with 1:11 kind of a student-faculty ratio, which is exceptionally good. Now, about the placements, we talked of, the reason why we are recommending this is the kind of placement that it offers. In the year 24-25, of the 723 students who graduated, 629 were placed and 56 moved for higher education. So, which means that we're dealing with about 90% and above kind of a placement at 9.6 lakh median salary. 9.6 lakh median salary, which is exceptionally good, because at that level of placement, that numbers of placement, this kind of a median salary is very, very difficult, and that they seem to be achieving that. To put that in perspective, we're dealing with 94.3% placement, 9.6 lakh median salary. 930 was the intake 4 years back and graduating in 24-25. 726 were admitted, graduated was 723. Place for 629, 56 more for higher education, 94.3% placement. And not just this, if you look at the previous years also, you'll see that consistency. 99% placement, 92% placement, and about 9.5 lakh kind of a median salary is what you see across the board. This kind of consistency at that scale, with it being a women-only university, is what makes it exceptional. Now, what are the courses that they offer, right? And these are, we're talking of admission forms and everything. They have diploma in engineering also, of course. There is an aptitude test. There's BTech and all, they have, the aptitude test is on 20th June. BSc, B.Ed they have. So we're now only talking of BTech, but they have all these programs including MBA, LLM and MTech and everything. Right? Now, the next part of it. What is the admission criteria for the aptitude test for BTech? Right? Admission is based on merit calculated using entrance test scores and academic performance. The entrance exam weightage is 50 marks on All India entrance test, conducted by the university. Academic weightage for 50% marks on normalized aggregate. So you actually have 50% marks for the academic side and 50% marks for the entrance test that they have. And the combined merit list of entrance test and 10+2 performance is what is calculated. Again, I'm saying what are we trying to do here? We're trying to expand your options beyond the IITs, NITs, IIITs, GFTIs and give you those options which are good enough for you, which is where this always figures out. Now, what are the examinations that you have and subjects? You actually have physics and chemistry as 40 marks, mathematical and biology 40 marks, and logical reasoning aptitude as 20 marks. Of course, maths and biology depending on which PCM and PCB you deal with. Each question is of 1 mark. Wrong answers carry negative marks of -1/4. So in all, you have about 100 marks, and a negative marking also is there. Now, this for MBA, of course, so we're not getting into MBA at this point in time. For BTech, it's 1.75 lakh per annum. So in all, it's about 7.5 lakh rupees for the 4-year thing. It is per annum fees. So for BTech, it's 1.75 lakh per annum, which is 7.5 lakh rupees all put together for 4 years. Plus the hostel fee and everything also will add up. But still, it is very moderately priced when you look at many of the BTech programs that you have in the country. And remember, these are only women only. Remember that. Right. And they also have lots of scholarships here. They have lots of scholarships. Right. 5,000 for senior secondary toppers, 5,000 for merit scholarships, merit cum need is 5,000, merit cum need is 10,000, special category is 50% of total expenditure, daughters of hostel wardens, special category daughters of Kargil martyrs is full fee exemption, merit base is about 10,000 and merit cum need is about 10,000. Right, so they do have decent amount of scholarships. And more importantly, the companies that come for recruitment here. Now you must know one thing, that a lot of companies, to improve their gender diversity in their offices, invariably want to have girls also being a part of the recruitment process. In fact, we have done a lot of consulting projects for quite a few in companies who are seeking girl-only colleges, or where do they find girls who they can recruit. And we did a rating and ranking of institutions, education institutions, which actually favor girls so that these companies can actually go and recruit from there. Most companies have that gender diversity formula where they make sure that at least 1/3 of the people who are working in the company are girls. In that process, Banasthali always benefits. Accenture, Arcel, Axis Bank, BA Continuum, which is Bank of America, Barclays, Bharti Airtel, Cipla, DE Shaw, Decathlon, Deloitte, Deutsche Bank, E&Y, Ericsson, Hindustan Unilever, HDFC Bank, HCL Tech, Godrej, Hindustan Zinc, IBM, ICICI Bank, ICICI Securities, Kotak, JP Morgan Chase, ITC Limited, IndusInd Bank, Mahindra Bank, KPMG, L&T, Legrand, Mondelez, Mahindra & Mahindra, Metro. We only reach up to M, Morgan Stanley, and on and on. This is alphabetical, and we reach up to M and we are exhausted. Those are the number of companies that actually go to Banasthali Vidyapith for placement. And that is the reason why you must look at this very closely. Don't look at it as a women-only university. If you're a girl, you can also think of something else. But even if it's a normal education institution which is not women-only, this institution deserves it to be a part of the option set because of the kind of placement it offers. We further looked at how are these the students who studied at Banasthali Vidyapith, how are they performing, how are they doing. We found 53,355 students on LinkedIn who claimed that they studied at Banasthali Vidyapith. And when we looked at that, we found 537 students are right now working in TCS who studied at Banasthali Vidyapith. In Accenture, 602 students are working. In IBM, 219 students are working. In Deloitte, 433 students are working. What is very interesting, if you now notice, is that in TCS, 4% of students who worked at Banasthali Vidyapith worked at TCS at some point in time. 4%. Here, about 3.5% students worked at Accenture at some point in time. In IBM, 2% students worked at some point in time. And in Deloitte, 1.5% students worked at some, because 53,000 and 2,000. So that's the kind of scale at which this recruitment happens in these companies from Banasthali Vidyapith. That 4 in 100 students are being recruited by Accenture, and that's what it seems to be happening here. We also looked at the large companies, the trillion-dollar companies, the biggest companies that you have on earth. And whether these guys actually go here for recruitment. And then we found that in Meta, 6 students are right now working who studied at Banasthali Vidyapith. In Apple, 17 of them are working. In Amazon, 101 are working. In Nvidia, 7 are working. And in Google, 24 are working. In fact, at some point in time, 266 people worked at Google at some point in time who studied at Banasthali Vidyapith. 328 worked at Amazon who studied at Banasthali Vidyapith. Now that is a large scale that we're dealing with. And very clearly the skilling, the learning and the knowledge that the students gain here makes them, somehow find a path of working in the biggest companies on earth. One more thing we wanted to understand is how are they domiciled, where are they located? Are they located in India, outside of India? If they're located in India, where are they located? Because it also talks about the upward mobility of the students who studied at Banasthali Vidyapith. When we look at that, about 91% of the students work in India, which also means that 9% students are working world over. So they are all over the world, having grown up and then moved on from India, of which 3% are in USA. 1,682 of the students who studied at Banasthali Vidyapith are right now, based in USA. About 517 of them are in UAE. 564 of them are in Canada. In all, 9% of it, which means we're dealing with 4,500 students are outside of India, and because of they studied at Banasthali Vidyapith, they've actually grown up the career and moved on. Now that's a very, very solid number for you to deal with, right? So the reason why we're covering all these things is we want you to keep certain things as a part of the option set for you. A lot of you would always want to work at study at NIT, IIIT and all. It's absolutely correct, right? But you need to have the option sets so that you can get a branch of your choice in a college of your choice. And both are not possible at times, in which case it is far better that you go for a branch of your choice because the branch might get you a job. And from that perspective, we're covering this. Before I move further, why are we actually covering these institutions? We've covered a series of institutions which we're calling hidden gems. These are colleges which are as good as many of the NITs, IIITs and GFTs, perform very, very well, deliver student outcomes, have fantastic placements. But the hidden, because most of us look at national institutions, whereas some of these colleges, universities and all are hidden within the states and are much in demand in the states. So what we did was we actually did an exercise of trying to uncover some institutions for you which are very good, that you must keep it as in part of your option set. If you get into IITs, please go ahead. If you get into the best NITs in a branch of your choice, please go ahead. But you must always have the options, and we're trying to uncover about 35-40 of them because we're hoping that for each of you, we might add 3-4 more colleges as a part of your option set, because of which your options increase and you will get into the best college and the best course of your choice. And from that perspective, we are covering this college, and this is what our series is called the Hidden Gem. We already covered about 9-10 of them, and if you subscribe on Btech360, you will keep getting the other ones also, because we're going to cover one a day for the next 30 days. So 1, subscribe to Btech360. 2, if you want to talk to any of us, to a counselor, there is a WhatsApp number. You can message us and we'll actually have a counselor call you up on that. And the third thing is, if you want me to cover a college of your choice, which you want to know more about, write to us in the message box here below the video, and we'll have one of our researchers work on it, and we'll soon cover that for you.